This is Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Impact Wrestling. This is from August 5th, 2021. A very good show. Impact is now, it feels like they've stabilized. Lots of things are being set up for the future. A couple of things that I was really glad to see happened. Let's just jump into it. We open with Chris Bay with Jay White there of the Bullet Club against Juice Robinson of Finn Juice, who of course has David Finlay at ringside. Great match, great exhibition for Chris Bay. Big fan of his. He wins with that springboard cutter that he does better than everybody. And afterwards, as Chris and Jay are celebrating on the stage, Jay gives Chris a Bullet Club shirt. So he officially christened him as the latest member of the current form of the Bullet Club, and I think that's awesome. And we've seen that development happen on Impact Wrestling. It's great. Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers are interviewed backstage. They're interrupted by Violent by Design, who informed them that we're going to use our rematch clause, and at the next pay-per-view, it's going to be Violent by Design against the Good Brothers for the Impact titles. Get a backstage interview with Fire and Flava. They're going to have a match against Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering later tonight. And all of this is flowing. All of this is working. All the promos are good. Sometimes Impact's the stuff can look kind of low rent and silly. Not so far tonight. Get a video package recapping Homecoming from this past weekend. I didn't even know there was a thing. How sad is that? Because I go out of my way to watch everything. And I didn't know. That's a fail. Big time. Matthew Rehwoldt and Knockouts champion Deonna Purrazzo come out. They celebrate becoming the inaugural Homecoming King and Queen before they're interrupted by Mickie James. So I guess Matthew is the drama king. Oh. See, I didn't see Homecoming. Mickie James gets into the ring with a contract for Deonna. I guess they want to make things official for the match at NWA Empower before Mickie introduces Deonna's opponent, and it's Melina. Oh. And the two face off. Okay. We get a backstage interview with Taylor Wilde. Okay. We see a vignette for Su Yung and Kimber Lee. Jake Something versus Daivari versus Raju versus Trey Miguel. The winner is going to get to take on the X Division champion, Josh, who I think is really great. Jake Something looks dominant. Though there are just great spots, this is a very Impact kind of match. It was my favorite match of the show, and Jake Something wins. Awesome. Backstage, Rohit and Shera complain about the outcome of the match, but then Matt Cardona comes out. Chelsea Green is there. There's some shenanigans, but nothing gets too physical. But they tease something. Look at Matt Cardona in the middle of all this greatness. Look at that guy. Got to be proud of him. Backstage, Daivari interrupts X Division champ Josh Alexander's interview before challenging him to a title match. Trying to cut in. Fire and Flava against Jordan Grace and Rachel Ellering. I'll say Fire and Flava looked great before the match. Kara Hogan twerks, and I've never been a huge fan of twerking, if I'm being completely honest, but she makes me reconsider my position on that. So good for her. The match is pretty good. It flows. But, Kiara super kicks Rachel, gets a near fall, but then Rachel hits an assisted black hole slam for the pin and the win. So Kiara and Tasha talk before Kiara is laid out by a new mystery partner, revealed to be Savannah Evans, who I've seen in person before. She's huge, and her high impact moves look very high impact. So she leaves with Tasha. So I guess it's true that Kiara Hogan is gone. Makes me sad. Backstage, Frankie Kazarian is interviewed because he's got to team up with Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan to take on the Elite. Violent by Design are outside of Scott D'Amore's office. They ask for a match against the Good Brothers before Rich Swann and Willie Mack come out of the office. Steve Macklin. I didn't get the name of his opponent, unfortunately. But this was about Steve Macklin beating up a local guy, and that's exactly what happened. Reverse DDT for the win. After the match, Steve is ran off by Petey Williams with a chair. Oh, Canada. Get a backstage interview with Chris Sabin after losing to Moose last week and the two being pulled apart by security. Good promo by Chris Sabin, I thought. The Elite, this case Kenny Omega, who's champion of everything, and the Good Brothers, who are the Impact Tag Champions, against Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan, Frankie Kazarian, who apparently has not wrestled for Impact for 7 years. So really cool stuff. Really good match. And Eddie pins Carl Anderson with the Boston Knee Party for the win. Cool. Eddie's celebrating in the ring, but he's attacked from behind and powerbombed by W. Morrissey. And that's how we end the show. So lots of stuff advanced, lots of stuff made, lots of challengers, great stuff going on. And Impact, it's always great to see them on the right track.